The movie begins with news reports of mysterious sinkholes emerging worldwide, unleashing terrifying creatures known as reapers that cause widespread destruction. 3 years later in Colorado, a young boy named Hunter ventures below 8,000 feet in search of a sentimental item, but is chased by a reaper. He narrowly escapes by reaching the 8,000-foot boundary line. The story then shifts to a secluded community called the Lost Gulch Refuge, situated 8,460 feet above ground and housing 193 people. Hunter returns to his home within the refuge, where his worried father confronts him about his dangerous actions. Will cautions Hunter, who has a fatal lung disease, against venturing too far from home because of his need for synthetic oxygen. Hunter defends his actions by explaining that he was searching for life. Later, Hunter joins Katie, his dead wife's friend, to gather wood for the community. During their conversation, Katie expresses concern about Hunter's desire to go below the line in search of his mother. She points out that he is not only the only child in the refuge, but also confined to a house, which drives him to seek adventure beyond its boundaries. Will reminds them that they should be grateful for surviving the human wipeout and having shelter, even though it has been 3 years since the event. Na, another woman in the refuge, tests a stolen reaper shell, discovering its impenetrable nature. Will, after shaving his beard, rushes to Hunter's aid, replacing his oxygen filter and comforting him to sleep. Will studies a location called Boulder on a map. The next day, Will imparts crucial knowledge about farming and fishing to Hunter. Will ventures to a grocery store alone, bartering farmed potatoes for a box of mac and cheese to commemorate Hunter's birthday. While Hunter initially rejoices over the mac and cheese, his mood turns somber when Will discloses his impending departure to Boulder in search of more oxygen filters, leaving Hunter to grapple with the trauma of losing his mother to the reapers. Will and Katie, sitting on Will's porch, witness Nee's struggles with breathing and administer a sedative to ease his pain. Will proposes a journey to Boulder for Nee's son's medical treatment, but Na is pessimistic about their chances against the reapers and doubts the existence of a path connecting the 8,000 feet high ground with the 2,000 feet lower boulder. Will emphasizes Na's unique experience as a survivor who has studied the reapers and reminds her of a known route through the woods. He also mentions Nina's old lab, where she conducted research alongside Will's wife. Despite believing Will's path is fraught with danger, Na is seen testing a tracking device and haunted by her traumatic past. Will returns home and appoints a woman to care for Hunter during his absence. The next day, as Will tests weapons for their journey to Boulder, Katie joins him against his wishes and volunteers to accompany him, recognizing the potential for encountering reapers and the need for collaboration. After convincing Will, Katie discovers Nye sitting by the barn, discussing the ineffectiveness of their weapons against the reapers and hinting at her intention to join them. Will bids farewell to Hunter, promising his return. The trio embarks on a perilous journey, with Na introducing a tracking device that detects the reapers' unusually high magnetic fields, offering a potential means of tracking them through electromagnetism. During their journey, Will, Katie, and Nian stop at an abandoned area to test their weapons. However, tensions arise between Na and Katie due to past conflicts stemming from Will's wife's tragic death. Despite the animosity, they continue their journey and encounter a herd of horses, realizing that the reapers, mysterious creatures they are trying to evade, do not hunt animals. They reach a ski area and use a chairlift to ascend a mountaintop, with Katie narrowly avoiding a fall and being rescued by Will. As they take shelter in a resort, Na observes that the reapers are not hunting humans for food, sparking curiosity about their motives for wiping out 98% of the population and their energy source. The reapers' relentless pursuit and efficiency in eliminating 95% of the world's population within a month without pausing to eat or sleep further deepens the mystery surrounding them. That night, Will has a flashback of his last conversation with his wife Tarara, who went against his wishes to join Nina's lab to save the world, but ended up getting killed there. As the sun rises, the trio heads to the Quay mine, which is above 8,000 feet. Will informs them that they are on level 9 and need to get to level 8, which is still 8,000 feet from where Boulder is only 12 miles away. Nina finds it suspicious and questions Will's calculations, only to discover that he is lying because the tunnels are below the elevation point and also prevent the tracker from working, meaning that they will never know if a Reaper is approaching them. Nina gets angry and lashes out at Will because the Reapers are dangerous creatures of the underground. Will appeals to her to continue since it's only 231 yards away. Out of options, they move forward but find the tunnel sealed shut, forcing them to take the 7th level, which is 1,000 yards or 3,000 feet below the elevation point. As they descend, Will and Nina are pursued by Reapers, forcing them to hide in a cave and turn off their lights. Despite their efforts, a Reaper detects their presence, prompting Nina to use a flare as a distraction and escape. Tragically, Katie is killed and dragged away by another Reaper, demonstrating their intelligence and deliberate targeting of the trio. Horrified, Will and Nina flee to an abandoned house, where Nina finds solace in hugging a baby goat while they share a meal of canned mac and cheese. Will expresses guilt for leading them through the tunnels instead of scaling the mountains, but Nina encourages him to channel his guilt into anger against the Reapers. However, Will feels emotionally numb and overwhelmed by the situation. Na believes she hates her for Tara's death, but Will disagrees. Na reveals a deadly chemical called Peric Class that can penetrate the Reaper's hard shell, planning to dip bullets in it. Will finds her research useless and goes to the hospital to collect oxygen filters. During his search, a Reaper attacks him, but he manages to escape by exploding oxygen cylinders, since Reapers breathe carbon dioxide. They visit Nina's lab, where she dips bullets in the chemical. Will notices a photo of her family and learns she was working on a chemical called cobalt to increase battery electron flow when the Reapers emerged and killed everyone, including her family. Will remains unfazed by Nina's outburst and comforts her. Nina tests the bullets on the stolen shell, but they prove ineffective, dashing their hopes of survival. Nina insists that Will return to their refuge without her so she can continue experimenting to find a way to kill the Reapers. Despite his reluctance, Will drives away, but his tire flattens, causing the truck to crash. Meanwhile, Nina decides to coat her bullets in cobalt to see if that can penetrate the Reaper's magnetic field. However, a Reaper appears before she can test her theory, prompting her to take a shot on pure luck. Miraculously, the bullet penetrates the Reaper's shell, causing it to explode. Outside, Will is targeted by multiple Reapers and attempts to escape by reaching an elevated point. Finding his bullets ineffective against the fast Reapers, he surrenders to his fate. Miraculously, a bullet from Na's gun strikes a nearby Reaper, causing it to explode. Will realizes Na has discovered a way to kill the Reapers. Na swiftly eliminates the remaining Reapers, revealing that they are not creatures but electronic machines designed to exterminate humans. Will and Na return to the refuge, where Will reunites with his son. Nino collaborates with others to mass-produce the chemical that can destroy the Reapers. The film concludes with Will and his companions descending from the elevated point, determined to seek revenge and eradicate the Reapers. Here is the end. Please support us. Thank you for watching.